Play energises us and enlivens us. It eases our burdens. It renews our natural sense of optimism and opens us up to new possibilities. Stuart Brown, MD. Many years ago, in my training as a junior primary teacher, I learnt about how valuable play was as a way for children to discover and learn. As my own children grew, I saw that not only were they having fun when they played, they continued to learn many valuable lessons even as they got older. We were fortunate to have a lifestyle that allowed my children to continue to devote many hours every day to playing, even into their high school years, and I saw how valuable this was to them. So I was already a passionate believer in the value of play. For my kids it was great, but for me, well, I always had jobs to do, or meals to cook, or meetings to attend. I'm a grown adult after all. I have responsibilities. The great thing about this subject, IFN612 Emerging Tech, is that suddenly I was given permission to play. What a joyous and exciting gift that is. Suddenly I had the right to say, sorry, I can't cook dinner tonight. I have to play. So I had a great time playing in this subject. The only downfall was that I would often spend way too much time playing. But this has been one of the greatest lessons from this subject, the value of play as a learning tool for all ages. Lifelong learning comes from learning through play, and you're never too old for that. The other important thing about learning through play is that it allows people to use their creativity. As Sir Ken Robinson says, creativity is putting your imagination to work, and it's produced the most extraordinary results. Play, lifelong learning, creativity. What does this mean for us as information professionals? My dream is to work in a community library, one of those libraries that really is the centre of the community. So I think this lesson about play is a really valuable one to apply in that context. How can we help people to learn through play in the community library? What opportunities for play can we provide, not just in the kids area, but for all ages? How can we make those boring old computer for seniors classes more playful? These are the questions we can think about in our professional world. The second lesson I took from this subject was, of course, about the technology. We played with lots of different technologies. One of my favourite activities was making an app to impress my teenage boys. I also liked finding out about open data and making an infographic. I'd love to do more of those in the future. I've always enjoyed learning to use different technologies, but what I gained through this course was a deeper way of thinking about the technology we use. As technology changes so rapidly, it's good to pause and be more thoughtful about the choices we make. What are the benefits and also the negative aspects of this technology? Is this actually a useful tool, or is it just a fad? Am I controlling this technology, or is it controlling me? In the community library there will be other questions to consider. Will this be value for money for our library? Who will benefit from this technology? Is it good for the library, or is it just something that I want to play with? Is the library the appropriate place in the community for this technology? It was great to be able to bounce our ideas around and compare and consider what others thought and what others had discovered. The value of the personal learning network was very evident as I often adjusted or re-evaluated my thinking after considering someone else's post, and also found more things to play with. This is very important when you're working in a community setting where a wide range of people need to be catered for, to make sure that you're seeing things from other people's points of view as well as your own. My final takeaway from this course was the issue of social equity. Always be aware that even in Australia, not everyone has access to the internet and other technologies that most of us take for granted. This, I believe, is one of the main ways that libraries can make a difference to their communities. It's important to always ask, how can I make this information or service available to everybody? Where to from here? I plan to always think outside the square to tackle issues of social justice. Get the library and the information outside of the library walls so it gets to everyone. I plan to make better maker spaces. How about a maker space specially aimed at girls? And I plan to save the world through use of open data and infographics. Keep learning, keep playing, and keep thinking. Play is important for my future career. I plan to, no, I have to keep playing.